So we mentioned briefly before the show about electrification, and that's a big focus at this Mine Expo. It's a big focus for a lot of companies, and any new mine is looking at how much they can do electric. So what are you guys looking at?
A lot. We're doing electrification, of course, and we build that into our modular system, which I started with. So the driveline is, as everything else, you can pick and choose. Then, of course, we need to build out our driveline. So getting the battery pack and the electrical engine and so on, that works for each and all solutions. So we have electrified solutions today, but we're expanding to further solutions as well.
And then how that translates to what Wenco does is the subtleties there in terms of, whether or not it's a dynamic charge, static charge. So it's a bit of a modification to the way we would refuel a truck, right? But there are differences that we need to take care of. So yeah, we have within our development path, making sure we're handling, have that capability as well. And then also with smaller trucks, you might get larger fleets too. So that ensuring that the algorithms and the systems can handle the complexity of these larger fleets.
So I'm going to jump from electrification to another trend in the industry, which is data, which we mentioned very briefly at the start. And Wenco's been involved in the data game for many years, but it's rapidly, growing interest within or acceptance within the industry. And now there's a hunger for it.
Right. And that creates its own challenges too, because there's a lot more of it, right? A lot more of it. So that's another, that's on our technology roadmap. So not necessarily the product side of what we're developing, but the technology roadmap to make sure that the systems can scale properly, right? Yeah. So instead of scaling, vertically, they scale horizontally in order to handle the amount of data, the requests, right, to calculate what needs to be calculated. Yeah. So that's the technology aspect of it. The other side is making sure the customers are getting the value out of it, right? So
for sure,
and working with them, they can have all the data in the world, but if they're not sure what to look for, right, they're not going to get the value out of the system. So that's something else that we try to deliver in terms of what we call our customer success program. Working with the customer we call it value mapping. Okay. Where are they going to get the results from? Yeah. How are we going to do it with the system? And then ensuring they're getting those results through services, training, change management, dashboards.
That's that data evolution where once people realized they could collect the data, they collected all of it and then didn't really know what to do with it or were overwhelmed maybe.
Right.
And now we're at that next stage where people are beginning to look at tools to extract the data that makes things more efficient.
That's right.
Or makes things safer or whatever it does.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. So what's next for the joint collaboration? You guys are working on some very interesting things.
Our next step is to continue on that path. Yeah. I mean, we moved mountains so far, so yes, we want to continue to do so, and of course, delivering our solutions together to more customers.
You're moving mountains. I mean,
yeah,
no pun intended. Literally, yeah, that's great.